first guest tonight is the founding member of one of the biggest bands in rock and roll history. Guns N' Roses begins a 12-date residency at the Joint at the Hard Rock in Vegas starting October 31st. Please say hello to Axl Rose. I'm excited too. First off, you're right on time. It's unbelievable. You're very punctual.
It's a miracle.
I know you don't do this a lot, so I'm honored to have you here. I really am. I really appreciate you. Well, why are you doing this?
I was asked to, and that you wanted me to come here.
I bet everyone asks you to all the time. We've asked you a million times, and we're happy that you're here. And you're sick tonight, I know, too.
Oh, I'm doing better now. I was a little sick last couple of days, yeah.
Are you on antibiotics or anything like that?
I'm on a bunch of different things.
Okay, you're all good.
Legal, illegal, no.
I have to be honest, part of me, doesn't want to get sick, but part of me would like to tell people I got strep throat from Axl Rose.
I'm a lot better today. I think you're safe.
I learned that just like a couple hundred feet from our theater here is where Guns N' Roses first played for the very first time, a rehearsal space right near here. Is that true?
Yeah, yes, that is true.
And do you ever drive by there and go, wow?
A while ago, but not in a little while.
Do you remember that at all? Is it something that?
Unfortunately.
How old were you when you moved to Hollywood?
I think like 19.
19 years old.
Yeah.
And you came by yourself?
Yeah, I hitchhiked out here.
You hitchhiked out? Wow. Yeah. You hitchhiked out. Did you meet a lot of shady characters along the way?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
How long would you have to wait in between cars to get somebody? And were you wearing the codpiece and the?
Yeah, I was. When I wore the codpiece, I got to ride a little quicker.
A little great. And how long was it before you guys started making money as a professional musician?
I don't know if I'm making money now. No, a few years after we got Appetite going.
What did you do during that time? Did you have jobs before that?
Now and then. I worked at Tower Video for a while.
The one on Sunset, the big one? Oh, it's not there anymore.
No.
What'd you do at Tower Video?
I became a manager for a very short amount of time.
Wow. So would you discipline employees?
I let everybody have beers after work.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you have to, it's funny because I think every video store employee thinks they're going to be a rock star one day. You're the only one that actually did.
Well, I hired everybody else, too. I hired people from the old lineup. I hired all my other friends and stuff.
We had
a great time for a while.
I would think so. And as manager, did you have to scold people for being late?
A little. I was more lenient.
That's a great story. Would you yell at people for not rewinding their VHS tapes?
Yeah, that was funny.
You noticed this when we walked in. This is a flyer from was this your first band, Rose?
Yeah, that was one of the. Not exactly. It was one of the first lineups.
I like this. They're living fast and they'll die young. See them now.
Yeah.
Who made this? Did you guys make this yourself?
Yeah. Izzy and I, yeah.
You and Izzy made this? You put it together? That's great. And I have something else that this is from your home, I believe. It appears to be a Halloween tree.
Yes, this is one of the most evil things I've ever done.
And why?
Because we have these Halloween parties, and I decided let's have a Halloween tree. So we did the tree, put the presents, families come with their little kids, and the little kids stand there. And then I would go, wow, you don't have a Halloween tree? Go, no. And then I would give them a present. And then their parents would call me for about 3 months, you son of a...
I can't even imagine you answering the door for trick-or-treaters.
It's just really fun to have the Halloween tree because they're little faces. And then they're pulling on their parents. Why do they have it?
You like Halloween?
Love Halloween.
Halloween. Do you dress up for Halloween?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you remember the last costume you wore?
No, but once I was a giant ear of corn.
Oh, really?
Because we have a saying in Guns N' Roses, when somebody's going to get yelled at, they're going to get the corn.
The corn.
So one year I was the corn.
And do you have, like, adult parties, or is it just to torment the parents in your neighborhood?
It was like for kids during the day and then more adult in the evening.
I got you. Now, your website or your Twitter, actually the official Guns N' Roses Twitter page asks
We have one of those?
You have one of those,
Wow.
yeah. I had a feeling you weren't that involved in the tweeting.
No, sometimes, yes, I am.
They ask your fans to ask what questions they would like me to ask you.
I just heard about this.
So I'm a conduit in a way here, and I want to ask some of the questions. A woman named Melrose Midori wants to ask if you think it's weird that her teacher has a son named after you. I guess this is a kid.
No, I think that's a good thing. And unless I know the teacher.
Were you a good
Intimately.
student? Yeah, that would be a problem. Hey, Axl, this is from Maggie May 047. If you could go back and redo a year, which year would you pick?
That'd probably it'd be somewhere within the last 5 or 6.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
kind of had a little more fun now.
Do you regret your corn rolls? I think they meant corn rows. Do you regret your corn rolls
No.
from the 90s?
No.
Do you have them? Or are they in,
What I say?
in the Smithsonian?
It's braided into my hair, so no.
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. When you were dressed up as the giant ear of corn, did you have corn rows coming out of it?
Yeah, I guess I did.
That's double corn there. Slater's
double corn.
715 says, I always wondered why Axl always ran backstage all the time during a song.
Sometimes, well, I don't like to stand out there during the solos. I feel like an idiot just standing over at the side.
So, yeah.
So there's that. I'll change clothes. Anything needs to be taken care of or whatever. Figure out what we're doing next song.
I got you. This guy, Rabbit25, asks, who are you going to vote for? Are you a voter?
I haven't really voted.
It seems weird that a guy with the appetite for democracy...
Well, I'm in California, and it usually leans Democratic. And that's usually where I'm leaning anyway.
Okay, so you figured let them do it?
Well, no, it's not like let them do it. It's just usually going for, like, the presidential stuff. It's usually such a landslide anyway.
This would make a great Rock the Vote commercial right here.
I'm not helping, but I would lean Democrat. I would lean Obama.
You have a 12-night residency at the Hard Rock beginning on Halloween night. That's going to be. Is 12 days in Vegas a good idea for you?
Yeah, it will be a challenge in a different way. Yeah.
You know, in Vegas, they like to get people
in
and out of these shows so that they can get them back to gambling, which is what they want them to do. But you have a different clock.
And we play a little bit longer, so.
You play a little bit longer.
But by then, they might have a few more drinks and be wanting to stay around the tables longer.
This is something that somebody gave me the heads up. This is hanging in your home. This is looks like a calligraphy. It says, punctuality is the thief of time.
It's an Oscar Wilde quote.
I think that's true, probably. So, what time will you guys go on, and what time will you guys really go on in Las Vegas?
We'll probably really go on about the time we're supposed to really go on as soon as I find out what that time that is. or as soon as it's negotiated.
I see. I got you. Because it's a risk, because if it says 9 o'clock on the ticket, and you say, he's not going to be on at 9 o'clock. And
yeah, but we've been doing a lot better lately.
Have you really? Have you? And that's almost the worst possible answer, because once again, you're going to lure people into being there on time.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be fun. Have an opening comedian that you can torment by leaving him on stage for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
When we did the Rose Bowl, we had Dice Clay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Get him then. He could do an hour and a half. That should be no problem at all. And you got who's in the band right now?
Well, we have Bumblefoot over here.
He's in.
Ron Paul.
He's in our band too now.
Yeah. We have DJ Ashba. Richard Fortas on guitar. Tommy Stinson on bass. Frank Ferrer on drums. Chris Pittman on keys and Dizzy Reed on keys. So a whole bunch of us.
And of those guys, who's going to be the first to go?
Probably Pittman.
Pittman, yeah. He's on thin ice right now?
Well, Neil Pittman. That's what we're calling him now after the Neil Young shows.
Okay. How was the Neil Young show? You did that
It
big
went
benefit.
great.